Why is Brazilian punk DIY ethos hard to keep? Why is the do-it-yourself ethos in Brazilian punk so challenging to maintain? This question digs into the heart of a vibrant yet struggling music scene. The Brazilian punk movement has a rich history, but it faces hurdles that make the DIY approach tough to uphold. First, economic hardship is a major factor. Many punks in Brazil come from working-class backgrounds. They often have limited financial resources, which makes it hard to fund DIY activities. Producing records, organizing shows, and creating zines all requiring money and time. With economic instability and rising inflation, the costs for materials and venues increase. This makes it difficult to operate independently without relying on commercial support. Next, the Brazilian music industry is heavily influenced by major labels and commercial interests. This dominance puts pressure on punk bands and organizers to conform. Many feel they must compromise their ideals to reach wider audiences or sustain themselves financially. This commercialization threatens the autonomy that the DIY culture values. Additionally, the infrastructure for DIY punk culture in Brazil is limited. There are fewer dedicated all-ages venues, independent record stores, and community spaces compared to more established punk scenes around the world. This scarcity forces punks to relying on informal spaces like private homes or small social clubs. These venues can be unstable or temporary, making long-term DIY projects a challenge. Political and social contexts also play a role. Brazilian punk has a history of activism and resistance against government corruption and social injustice. However, ongoing political repression can hinder organizing efforts. This lack of institutional support pushes some participants toward more commercial avenues as a survival strategy. Despite these obstacles, Brazilian punks continue to uphold the DIY spirit. They share resources, organize grassroots events, and use digital platforms for communication and promotion. The scene's resilience lies in its commitment to creating alternative cultural spaces and fostering community solidarity. Maintaining the DIY ethos in Brazil requires balancing ideals with realities. Punks find creative ways to fund projects and leverage online networks to spread information. Building alliances within and beyond the punk community helps support independent initiatives. This ongoing effort reflects the challenges of sustaining punk's rebellious identity in a tough environment. The Brazilian punk movement showcases a vibrant culture that thrives on creativity and community. While the DIY ethos faces difficulties, the passion and determination of its participants keep the spirit alive.